As always, when you increase your credit card annual fee to almost $800, you're going to have to add a couple extra benefits to make sure it's worth it. One of those benefits that the Chase Sapphire Reserve added was to have a dedicated concierge service, what they call a travel designer. But is the Chase Sapphire Reserve's concierge service enough to compete with one of the best concierge service? And of course, it's not the American Express Platinum. That would be the Mastercard World Elite Concierge. So the ways that we're going to be testing this out is by having them do two different things. We're going to be asking for dining recommendations, and then the second thing is just activities. At the very least, you would hope that a concierge service would be able to do those things and do those things right. But let's go ahead and get to it.
Welcome to Chase Sapphire Reserve. How can I help you today?
Yeah, so I was just wondering, I was trying to contact the Chase travel designer, but I'm not sure how to go ahead and do that.
What is a Chase Travel Designer?
It's a dedicated benefit, I believe, on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It's like a dedicated concierge service.
I've heard of the Chase Travel Designer, but let me get you the concierge.
Okay, gotcha. Appreciate it. When I just tried to call the Chase customer service, apparently they didn't know it, so therefore they didn't have the number. How you can find the Chase Travel Designer phone number is you actually have to log into the app, go into the benefits, and then you can find a number. It's a little bit hidden, but for sure, definitely a pain in the butt. But we got it, and I'll link it in the description down below.
Welcome and thank you for calling Chase Travel. My name is Lindsay and I'll be your dedicated reserve travel designer. The Chase Sapphire Reserve card with us currently has 54,472 Chase Ultimate Reward points. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. How can I assist you, sir?
Yeah, so I actually booked something with the Chase Edit program, and I'm kind of new to that area. I haven't visited there before, so I was kind of hoping if I could get some assistance, some restaurant recommendations, or some activities to do out there. It's a Whistler, I think it's Canada.
So as far as restaurants, I can definitely do suggestions, be very honest and transparent. It would be more so me like Googling and like researching that way. A benefit to your credit card, you have a partnership with Open Table and the Infatuation. You do have $150 credit. So
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how this would usually happen. I can give you suggestions, but we don't do actual reservations. So that is something you would still have to do yourself. So I just want to be clear about that as well.
Gotcha.
We usually ask you to give us about 3 to 5 business days to create a proposal, and we would send it to you via email. And then if we need to discuss or make modifications, we can do that. Seeing how this is something that is for this weekend, of course, 3 to 5 business days would not be a good time frame for you.
Sorry about that.
But no, you're fine. You're not calling and asking for a full itinerary that leaves on a flight tomorrow, which we have had people do that.
Oh, wow.
So you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last thing. Were you able to suggest like activities in that area as well?
When you say activities, what are your guys' interests, hobbies? Like, what are some things you would want to do?
I think we like to definitely walk around, kind of see what some of the landmarks are. That would be definitely really helpful.
Would you want tours, I guess I'm trying to ask, or you just want information on these things?
Yeah, I guess some suggestions for some tours would be excellent.
Be very honest and transparent. I will try to get this out to you by the end of the day. I cannot guarantee you that. If nothing, I will get it to you by 3 p.m. tomorrow, but I am really going to try my hardest to get it done to you, back to you today. I'm going to send you a welcome email just so you have my direct contact information.
I totally understand that. Right.
So you're fine. Trust me, this is when I really want you to understand, this is not bad. I've literally had somebody call me asking for a full Japan itinerary on a Tuesday afternoon about 6 p.m. and they were wanting to leave that Friday.
Wow.
So when I say things can be done, they can. So this is honestly not that bad.
I was just wondering, is that a service you all do, like a step-by-step, like hour-by-hour itinerary? I didn't think you all did that.
Hour by hour, no. Could we do that? Yes.
Oh, wow.
Even no to that, because technically if I'm scheduling activities for you, it is kind of hour by hour.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, people call us like, hey, me and my family want to go to Swiss Alps from these dates. This is what we're requesting, and this is what we do. So when I say full vacation planning, I mean hotels, car rentals, flights, activity excursions. We will do it all. Now, everything are we able to do? No, but most things we are able to do. And if we're unable to do it, we're very transparent about it, and we'll 9 times out of 10 be able to direct you where to go to get it done. No problem. Did you have any other questions or concerns before I let you go?
That's all. So actually with a Chase travel designer, that has been one of my best experiences. I almost was certain that they weren't going to do anything because I have asked that in the past.
Fortunately, I cannot assist you with restaurant or dining reservations, but you can do that through the portal.
All right. Have you picked a place? You can go on that open table.
Surprisingly, she was able to do it. Maybe they've changed their policy. Maybe it depends on the agent that you're contacting. And she's basically able to do everything so far, but is the suggestions actually that good? We'll have to find out later. But for right now, let's call the Mastercard Concierge.
Good afternoon. Thank you for contacting Mastercard Concierge. My name is Will, and how can I help you today?
Hey, Will, I was hoping to get some help with my trip coming up to Whistler, Canada.
Whistler, Canada. Do you know what date you'll be heading
there? So it's going to be kind of recent, soon. It's October 30th and then staying until November 2nd.
October 30th to November 2nd. And you're looking for dining and activities in Whistler. All right, sir. So I'm going to take a look at some options for you, and then I will get those to you, let's say no later than tomorrow by 10:30 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds excellent. So that was kind of a weird Mastercard Concierge service call. Usually they're more detailed. Usually it sounds like they care more, but I don't know. Maybe they'll come up with something good. We'll see what happens.
Chase picks up with the polished tone. Every answer so quick, so professional.
So finally, what you've been waiting for, the results. And you heard on the phone what they can and can't do and how nice they were. But this is the most important part, how accurate or how, prepared they make you for the destination that you're visiting. So first, let's go over the Chase recommendations and then we'll compare it to MasterCard. So for Chase, when they send the emails, it's going to come from the direct agent. It's going to not show like Chase Travel Designer. It's going to say, for example, my representative that I called Lindsay. And overall, it seemed fairly decent. When she sent over the activities, it was actually in a Viator list. So you clicked on this list and it would show all the different activities that she recommended doing. For sure, interesting things to do. Axe throwing isn't really my thing, but it's nice that it's there. There was this art museum and that was a really big thing. I was talking to a lot of locals when I did arrive to Whistler, Canada, and they did say that this museum is like a must-see. Unfortunately for my trip, we didn't really get the time to see it, but it is nice that, the locals like it and the Chase Concierge did recommend it. And I don't know if you guys know this, but because they use Viator, you can actually use your UR points to book these. And this is something that's really great with the Chase Concierge. Since the Chase Concierge has a direct partnership with the Chase credit card, they knew a lot of the benefits that the Chase Sapphire Reserve had and could actually access your UR points to book these activities or even hotels or anything really with the UR points. But it's a little bit of a pain in the butt because they wanted our full names and date of birth, and they wanted to send over a DocuSign so that we could sign it, authorizing them to use our UR points and book it on our behalf. Ultimately, she gave us the decision to just book it ourselves, especially since it was on Viator. It's probably easier to book yourself, and she even recommended so. And one thing that I would like to point out is Lindsay did say in her email, I did have her reach out to the Four Seasons Concierge, and I guess they got like a little tip that they do offer a free shuttle to Whistler Village. So it's really nice that she got that information and decided to tell me in the email. But not only the official activities, on Viator were listed, but she also did a little bit of research on some of the surrounding like walkable areas, even giving little descriptions about the walking areas. So that was pretty nice. However, the restaurants, and like you heard on the call, this isn't something that they would normally do. It was just kind of an exception for us. For sure, they clarified with me that they will not do any reservations for us, and she was transparent with me. It was just kind of a Google search for her to find these restaurants. And here are some of the restaurants that they recommended to us, and it was 6 different restaurants, and overall it seems like fine, establishments. Nothing that I've talked to the locals really recommended, but looking at it for myself, they seem pretty decent. The thing that disappointed me about these recommendations, and I just want to clarify, she was transparent with me. They normally don't do restaurant recommendations at all, but other than the cuisine types, you don't really know what to expect at these restaurants. Is it like a fine dining place? Do they have a dress code? What is there to eat kind of thing? But maybe this is the best they can do for this area. Maybe you can't top it any better. So we're going to compare it to Mastercard and see if that's the truth. So we just got done talking about dining. Let's compare it to Mastercard's dining list. And this is what it's supposed to look like. On the Mastercard side, you see option 1, you see the restaurant name, the address, the website, the hours of operation, and what kind of dress code they have. But one thing that I think makes Mastercard like above the rest, they give pretty good descriptions of the restaurants, plus an insider tip on what to order. Like for example, at this restaurant, they recommended the vodka rigatoni, and I think that's just a step above excellence, almost like perfection, right? You don't have to go somewhere new and be overwhelmed and not know what to expect. A Mastercard does a really good job and make sure that you're prepared, you're ready, and you feel ready. Now, I will be transparent. Mastercard also didn't really list any of the places when I was talking to the locals where they like to dine. But I will say Mastercard did have this local tip, and it was really impressive because this is a seasonal tip. It doesn't apply all year round. So you can't just, copy and paste information. And the thing was, on this Grill and Vine at the Westin, they had this insider tip about trying their seasonal 3-course menu if it's available. It's a fixed menu and everybody in Whistler knew about it. All the restaurants in the area, they don't really get too much business around that time. There's not really a snow season or a summer season. They offer really cheap 3 to 4-course meals for a pretty decent value. One of the restaurants that a lot of locals recommended was this place called Blue Wild. And if I'm not mistaken, they had a prefix menu, 4-course menu for about like $40 Canadian, so about like $30 US. And it was like amazing 5-star restaurant, top tier stuff. And it was like multiple courses of meals for just $30, especially if your other option is to buy a $300 Canadian steak or buying a $54 Wagyu cheeseburger. So overall, Mastercard 100% wins over Chase in the dining category. But how about for activities? So Mastercard doesn't have like a dedicated interface, a personal list that you can just click on and then have access to. A lot of the things that they recommended was a lot of the things that the Chase Concierge recommended as well. There was a little bit of a uniqueness to it because there was this Whistler Writers Festival, and that's something that you can really only look on the city's event website. Overall, I think for activities, they're parallel with each other. If you really want more of a local experience, I think Mastercard beats Chase a little bit more because it seems like Chase is really stuck on just the Viator. So I would say in the end, Mastercard is still the winner, still the best concierge. But here's the main question. Is the Chase Travel Designer worth your time, worth the benefit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve? And ultimately, I think maybe it's impressive that they can do everything for you, right? They can make you a full itinerary, exception with the restaurants. They can't do that for you. But they can plan everything with you. They know all the benefits. They know all the benefits from the Edit Hotel, and just use your UR points and you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to use cash. So it's a pretty good value from that. As a concierge service, it's not terrible, but if you had the option between the Mastercard World Elite Concierge, maybe just stick with that. Personally, in my opinion, especially calling them multiple times, this was my 3rd call with them actually, and the past 2 times really left me disappointed. The first one, I tried to get them to book a hotel on my behalf.
You mean book a hotel using your Chase Ultimate Rewards points?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, of course we can do that.
She came back to me, said it was sold out. And when I checked for myself, I'm like, it's not sold out, but maybe it is going to sell out soon. So I'm going to book it for myself. Even after I booked it, it still seemed like it was available. So it was really strange that the Chase Travel Designer wasn't able to book it for me. And then the second time I tried to call the Chase Travel Designer, they just never emailed me back. They never contacted me back. I have no clue what happened. So you want to put all those conclusions together, it can be very frustrating with the Chase Travel Designer. But hey, I think it's something worth trying and something to check out. But I think that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you later.
I know you said you've called in before, but you have a World Elite card, which is one of our top tier cards. Would you like me to send you the current summer guide filled with special suggestions and recommendations for World Elite card holders?
Yeah, that would be excellent. Actually, I have a question if you don't mind me asking.
With pleasure. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so you said the World Elite Mastercard is the top tier. Maybe I've been wrong, but I heard that Mastercard has come out with a new tier. Is it called the Mastercard Legend card? Do you know if that's true or not? Or I'm just kind of curious.
Mastercard Legend?
Uh-huh.
Legend?
Yes, that's
I
correct.
have not, but let me see if someone has.
Yeah,
Would you like me to check?
if you can get that from right.
Oh, I'll ask. I can email you on that, but I have not heard anything about that.
I heard that the new City Strata Elite through the Citibank had the Mastercard Legend card, and I was just like, oh, that's curious. Is it going to be like another top tier service? Because like I don't know how you're going to top the customer service from the World Elite Mastercard Concierge. So
well, here's the thing: if it is something, it'll be us too.
Right, that's what I figured.
I'm thinking if such a card is coming out, or if it's out, maybe it's offering different amenities. Now they do have something, and when I say a top tier card, certainly the World Elite is up there. But then they have something called the Luxury Card, Mastercard Luxury Card. That's a whole nother Mastercard team, and it's a black card. So that's a very elite card too.
Gotcha. I didn't know it was a different service.
It is. They're here with us, but
okay.
It's just sort of like the Amex. What is it?
Platinum.
There's a Amex Black card.
The Centurion
has one too.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, well, this one is a very high-end card as well, and it does have its own concierge here. I mean, they're Mastercard too.
Right.
They're not anywhere else. They're with us, but it's just a special team that handles that card. So perhaps, Mr. Ng, it'll be something similar like that. But I'm interested. Let me ask my managers, and I'll include that in the email when I send you your recommendations. Okay.
Okay. That will be excellent. Thank you so much.